Well, last Friday, an African-American woman was returning home from a job interview in Waller County, Texas, when she was stopped by police. Apparently, she had improperly signaled a lane change. 2 days later, the woman, Sandy Bland, was found dead in a jail cell. A video taken by a bystander during the arrest shows Bland shouting that the officer had slammed her head into the ground. According to police, Sandra Bland was taken into custody and charged with assault of a public servant. The next morning, police say she was found in her cell, not breathing from what appears to be self-inflicted asphyxiation. The announcement was made by Waller County Sheriff Glenn Smith. Meanwhile, reports have emerged that Smith was fired from his previous post as chief of police of Hempstead, Texas, amidst accusations of racism. Bland's friends and family contest Smith's account, saying the thought of her committing suicide by hanging is unfathomable. This is Cheryl Lanton and Lavon Moley, Bland's friends, followed by her sister, Sharon Cooper.
I do suspect there was foul play, and I believe that we all are 100% in belief that she did not do harm to herself.
We're very suspicious, and we're a very tight community, and we're very upset that this has happened, and it seems like there's nothing really being done about it.
Each one of us feels like we lost a part of ourselves, and it's hard. It's going to be hard for a very long time.
Sandra Bland was 28 years old. She was an outspoken member of the Black Lives Matter movement. She produced a series of videos called Sandy Speaks, in which she discussed social justice and racism on her Facebook page.
I want the white folks to really understand out there, black people are truly, we're doing as much as we can. Not all of us, but some of us are really doing as much as we can. And we can't help but get off when we see situations where it's clear the black life didn't matter. For those of you questioning why was he running away, well, because in the news that we've seen as of late, you could stand there, surrender to the cops, and still be killed.
Social media is now ablaze with people demanding answers about Sandy Bland's death. The hashtag Sandra Bland is now trending on Twitter, edging out the Emmys as a topic of discussion. We're still with Maya Shenwar, editor-in-chief of Truth Out, author of Locked Down, Locked Out, Why Prison Doesn't Work and How We Can Do Better. Her family, Sandy's family, Sandy herself is from Chicago, from Naperville. Maya, that's where we're speaking to you. Her family's gone to Texas today to retrieve her body. Can you comment on what we know at this point? We have this video, apparently, that's just been released of her saying, "Why are you slamming my head into the ground?" She's then taken to the local jail. That was a Monday, and then she is found dead in her cell.
Right. She spent 3 days in the jail, injured. Clearly, police had severely injured her. We don't know the very specifics of that, but we know she was slammed to the ground. The video shows she was severely injured and then left in this jail cell. And I think that definitely highlights something about our county jail system, that people who are still innocent, they haven't been proven guilty of anything, are left, you know, until they can post bail, which was actually going to happen on Monday. Sandra's friends were about to post her bail. And I think the fact that we see this situation where this young black woman is pulled over for a small traffic violation. She's thrown to the ground by police. She's severely beaten and slammed into the ground. The police actually admonish the person who is filming this horrific scene, and she's taken to jail. And I think this demonstrates, you know, earlier we're talking about prison reform as if it's cut off from policing. But again, policing is the gateway to prison, and policing cannot be separated from anti-blackness. And I think this is just such a tragic and horrifying example of how that practice plays out in reality.
What's going on, Tubers? Now, this is not just for black people to believe. This is for any right mind to believe. R.I.P. to Sandra Bland. No way in hell does that make sense for a woman with a good head on her shoulders, going in a good direction, about to start a new job, you know what I mean? And how in the hell did she become deceased due to asphyxiation? Which is bullshit. The woman had a history of, on her Facebook page, standing up for human rights, black rights in particular. And the thing is that when she had got pulled over for not signaling, when they had her in custody, 9 times out of 10 while she was in custody, I bet you this is what went down. Who knows? Out of frustration, out of disappointment, out of rage. You know, she was very boisterous. You know what I mean? And those damn sheriffs inside that fucking cell, they did something to her. They overpowered the woman. You know what I mean? Who knows? Probably knocked her out cold, did something dirty, and then hung her. That's what really happened. Use that noggin and understand that's what really happened. And I'm telling you this right now, and I mean this shit. I don't give a fuck who you are on YouTube. Even some of my subscribers that I watch. If you try to go against what happened down in Texas with this situation and try to make it look like it was Sandy's fault, you know what I mean? And try to get on the authorities, the quote-unquote authorities side and justify of what their wrongdoing was to this woman, if you get on their side, you can eat a fucking dick. Use your fucking noggin and understand this is what's happening to your people. You know what I mean? So like I said, that's some bullshit. She did not commit suicide. You motherfuckers did that to her. You're supposed to serve and protect? No. You took a life. You hung that woman and conjured up a bullshit story that you think the quote-unquote public is gonna believe.